When you are losing a Pokemon battle, always keep a sunny side up. Hello YouTube, this is Chriz Maniac bringing you folks another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. And this match is not even an NU battle versus Tyson, it's more like a mixed tier battle. Or rather PU. Because like we just brought the most random Pokemon from our boxes, the most weakest Pokemon, and we just pitted them against each other. For example, both of our teams have no team synergy whatsoever. Actually, Tyson's team has somewhat of synergy. Like he has a Pokemon that could get Sunlight up, and then his Pokemon could benefit from that, like his Blossom and his Cherum. And he kind of has team synergy on his team. As for me, I have no team synergy whatsoever. I just brought the most random Pokemon in my boxes. But however, I brought just one OP Pokemon, which is my Dusknoir. And Dusknoir is gonna give my opponent Tyson trouble over this entire match. He can't really knock it out, and he can't really like do anything to it. That's why I lead off with it. Anyways, here comes this Anorith, and wow, Anorith, I've never seen that in a competitive battle before. And I guess he's Tears Up Rocks or something, and Rapid Spin. But right here, I can just bring in Darcy, my shiny Swalot. I found this guy while EV training, and I actually made a very interesting set with this guy. I have Infestation, Acid Spray, Yawn, and Protect. And I can just trap enemy Pokemon and like not allow them to get out, and like watch them slowly like die in front of me. It gets really stally with my Swalot around, but I guess that comes along with how I made this Pokemon. It has like a lot of HP and a lot of defense EVs, so it's really hard to knock it out. I see that this Sunfist is Earth Power, and I have no special defense EVs, so I'm kind of threatened out by this thing. I don't want to lose my Swalot just yet, because I know I could do a couple of his Pokemon, especially his physical attackers, like this Ariados. So I switch out right here. I bring in Chapman, my Assault-vested shiny Vanillux. I also found this guy while EV training, and I've been finding quite a few Chinese while EV training because you get like 5 Pokemon at a time in hordes. But unfortunately, I get burnt by his Scald, which kind of sucks because that really lowers Chapman's survivability over this whole match. And then comes his Anorith just so he could like I don't know, do something to me. I just go for the Frost Breath, just trying to deal damage to anything, just trying to knock out Stunfisk, because his Stunfisk is also a threat to my team. And this Anorith is gonna get KO'd by 2 hits. So I just go for Freeze Dry as well. And actually, this generation, Vanillux has a pretty good coverage, because last gen it only had like what's it called? Like that Steel type move and an Ice Beam, and that was his only 2 bits of coverage. But now it has Freeze Dry, I can hit Water types, and I have Hidden Power Electric on this guy, which I was lucky enough to get while this guy was shiny. So it actually has pretty good coverage, and that's why I could just put Assault Vest on it. Anyways, here comes a very stally part of the match, which involves my Swalot. And every time my Swalot comes in, it just gets really stally, so that's why I fast forwarded this part. And I even choose to stay in with an Earth Tower. So I can survive that first hit. He falls asleep, he is all infested and stuff, he can't switch out, so neither of us could do anything in here. I want to capitalize on the Sunfist being trapped in here, and he can't switch out, so I guess we're stuck in between a rock and a Swalot right here. Anyways, I'm gonna be uploading once per 2 days now, because I'm starting to get busy again, because you know, life first instead of like video games. But still, I'm gonna be trying to upload games as much as possible, because I love Pokemon and I love this channel too. And you guys are just the greatest, my viewers. Anyways, I bring in my favorite gaming company, well, one of them anyways, Square Enix, my Porygon, Eviolite, and he goes for a Scald right here, and I'm like, don't burn me again, and he doesn't burn me, fortunately. This Stunfisk has done lots of burns on me recently, and I just go for Toxic right here, but I guess he gets another piece of hacks right there with that dodge with Toxic. He goes for Scald again, and he actually gets burned on me, so I'm like, oh, come on, this Stunfisk is such a troll. It's just staring at me with his like face, with his like really mischievous Stunfisk face, and it's like, haha, I hacked you twice in a row. And he goes Peekaboo, and there's no secret to why this thing is named Peekaboo, because after this thing sets up a sunny day, then it can activate its ability, Flower Gift, which I believe boosts the attack and special attack of any Pokemon that are in its team, in its party, and it actually makes the whole team like stronger. I don't know how that move or ability works, but I guess we'll see in action right now. But anyways, I just go for a recover right here, but I just recover myself up to like half, it's almost a full HP from half HP. And my Porygon is just comfortable here, just toxic stalling Peekaboo. I'm not really threatened out by this thing. It doesn't look like this Cherrim is not much of a threat, but in fact, it becomes a threat. Let me tell you that. He goes for Aromatherapy, so I'm like, whoa, this thing learns Aromatherapy. That's surprising. I go for a recover again, expecting him to go for an attack, but he didn't go for attack. He just went for Aromatherapy, healing himself of that toxic. So I can't effectively toxic stall this Cherrim. It looks so cute too. It's so happy and it's so pink and it's like so tiny. Anyways, I think that's Vigoroth, the power in Tyson's team. And I have never seen Vigoroth in NU before, but it actually works pretty well with the Eviolite and stuff. But anyways, they paralyze next Pokemon coming in, which is pretty nice. And that's his Vigoroth. And Vigoroths are kind of fast, relatively fast in NU. I bring in my Dusknoir right here because I know I could wall this thing. He might go for like a fighting move when a Porygon so I switch out, and he goes for a bulk up actually. So I'm like, okay, this Vigoroth probably has the moves of Sucker Punch, Return, some sort of fighting move like Brick Break, and bulk up, and that's what I'm expecting right here. So I just don't have to attack him. That's all. I don't want to attack him, get him a Sucker Punch off on my Sauron, on my Dusknoir, and my Sauron could live. Anyways, I bring in my physical wall on this team, which is my Swalot, and I can just wall that thing to oblivion. He brings in his Ariados, and we wall each other, so this is great for me. I can just stall this bug like all day, every day. But however, I go for Yawn, and this Ariados, out of all the abilities that I could have, it has freaking Insomnia, and that came out of nowhere. Wow, I never knew Ariados had Insomnia, but I guess I learned that something new every day with these really weird battles, and I can't put it to sleep, which is quite unfortunate. Anyways, I was expecting him to go for the switch out again because he can't really touch me, and I go for the Yawn, which is a great play because now this Fist, if it chooses to attack me and stay in, it would fall asleep, and I could go for the Protect, and then yeah, it just falls asleep, which is great for my Swalot, and it's great for my team because a sleeping Stunfisk is a good Stunfisk. This Stunfisk has already done enough damage to my team, burning my Porygon and dodging a Toxic, so I want that thing asleep. Anyways, I bring in my friend, RB Manatee, and RB Manatee is actually one of the people who I brought into competitive Pokemon battling, and his favorite like animal, I guess, because he names everything, all his accounts after like a manatee. And yeah, this is in his namesake. So RB Manatee, if you're watching this is your Pokemon right here. This is like you in my team. Anyways, I just go for the Ice Beam because Ice Beam really hurts Tyson's entire team, and nothing in this team resisted. And especially that this, what's it called again? Blossom. It gets a lot of damage from that. It almost gets knocked out. If it had Rocks up, then it would have been KO'd already. But I'm scared of a Sleep Powder or like I don't know, like a Giga Drain or something. So I bring Minxley, just like a sleep fodder, I guess. And yeah, Minxley goes to sleep, which is quite unfortunate. Minxley is like one of my favorite, cutest Pokemon. Actually, I believe it's the cutest Pokemon out of all the Pokemon. But anyways, I bring in Square Enix, my Porygon, and I could have brought this thing in to take a Sleep Powder, but I was just playing safe because I needed a free switch into my Porygon. But anyways, here comes the Wrath. He says it's a sunny day, and the sunlight turns harsh, and this battle is about to turn harsh for me because his Blossom and his Cherrim both have Solar Beam, and Solar Beam hits pretty damn hard. I didn't know that these guys hit really hard, but Square Enix takes one Solar Beam, and I can just survive one, which is great. I can just recover up, and this Blossom looks like it's not gonna knock me out. So I'm still hurt by my burn, which is kind of annoying. At this point, Tyson's just spamming Solar Beam, just trying to bring down my Pokemon, and I get hit by another one, and I just go for a Tri-Attack, just knocking that Blossom out. But he can just bring in his Cherrim next turn, Solar Beam, and finish my Porygon off. Especially with this burn on me. And my Porygon is, I guess, like, taken out by this burn. So even though, technically Tyson's behind, he still has, he's still keeping a positive attitude. He still has a Sunnyside up. And, he is, like, stunning Solar Beam. And, yeah, down goes my Square Enix, my wall, my favorite, gaming company. Because they made Final Fantasy and that kind of stuff. And Final Fantasy games are pretty good, in my opinion. Anyways, I bring in Darcy, my shiny Swalot, and I just install this thing. he can't really touch me with his moves, except for Hidden Power Fire, and I guess that is not enough to knock me out. But after this Acid Spray, he can knock me out with another move, because the sun is still up, and Hidden Power Fire is boosted. Actually, the sun goes down right now, but he can just knock me out with one hit. Anyways, he goes back into his, like, eggplant form. It looks like an eggplant. and he's like asleep right now. Well, not technically asleep, but this Cherrim is not in his happy state of mind. And I bring in Sauron just to finish this thing off. And yeah, he just goes for Hidden Power Fire. I don't want my what's it called? My spell just dying just yet. So I just bring Sauron, my what's it called? Dustmore, the one who rules them all, the one who has that ring. And he brings in his Sleeping Stunfist. And I have a great move versus this guy because I can just go for Earthquake and knock out Stunfist. And I went for a Pain Splitter right there, which gives me lots of HP back, which is really great. Thanks Stunfist for that HP. But I can just go for Earthquake. Tyson can't do much to me with his Pokemon because the only moves that he can hit me with is with his Vigoroth's Sucker Punch and with his Ariados' Sucker Punch. And he can't hit me without me attacking him because that's how the Sucker Punch works. And I just have to lose them and I could just stall them out. And I guess this battle is looking down for Tyson right now. And at this point, he's like, Chriz, why didn't you bring an OP Pokemon to a random Pokemon battle with like weak Pokemon? And I'm like, oh, I didn't know Dustmore was like too OP, and I guess that's my fault for bringing this Pokemon. But I guess that's the only reason why I could possibly win this match because I brought a Dustmore and it counters this entire team. But I guess that happens sometimes with Pokemon because you make an entire team, you think it's great, but one Pokemon counters it. For example, like you have like a, I don't know, mono plant team and someone brings a Talonflame or something. But anyways, down goes my Swallow. I just stack it off to Poison Jab, and his Ariados is on a roll right now. I bring RB Manatee just so I could take a move and like retaliate back with another attack. And I just go for Ice Beam, just try and knock out this Ariados, and indeed, no, never mind, it doesn't knock it out. It survives with like a little bit of HP, and it's a fight to the death versus a Manatee and this Spider. So both of us eating our leftovers, the last meal before they both get KO'd, and he goes for a Sucker Punch right here, so I'm like, oh right, I forgot that Ariados is Sucker Punch, but it's not enough to knock me out because it's not Stab, and I knock out the Ariados, but RB Manatee comes on top of the battle, but he gets knocked out by the next Pokemon that is coming in because he's at very low HP. And if I switch out, I'll get smashed by the Snufflebox, I think. Anyways, he goes for Hidden Power, and that's not even enough to knock me out. So my RB Manatee, my Walrein, is destroying Tyson's team right now. I'm just spamming Ice Beam, and it's just smashing whole chunks of Tyson's team. He brings in Vigoroth right here. He's paralyzed, and a paralyzed Vigoroth is a Vigoroth that is not that good. He finally knocks out my Walrein with a Sucker Punch, and it reveals to me that the only move that he hit me with. And right here, I have a sleeping Mixly right here, or rather Furret, and I wanted to knock him out in a fashionable, funny way. And this is a very dangerous situation for me because he'd bulk up while I'm sleeping. So I went for me first right here. I locked myself in because I'm choiced into it, and he just keeps going for that bulk up, and I can't actually copy that with me first because it's an attacking move. So I bring a Sauron right here, and all he has to do is Sucker Punch me. I can't burn him because he is already paralyzed. So right here, I switch out back to my Furret. He goes for a Sucker Punch, I believe. And yeah, you know, actually he goes for bulk up again, and I actually go for the Trick right here. And with Trick, he could lock himself into bulk up, and he can't do anything other than bulk up. So he basically loses the match. But that was a very foolish play in my part because I could have potentially lost right there if he Sucker Punched my Dustmore and if he went for that Brick Break or Return on my Furret. But now my Furret could just slowly knock out his Vigoroth, and I could win the game from this point. So he just keeps going for bulk up. He can't really do anything other than that. He's like one of those steroid-infused musclemen who can't do anything other than build their body up. And yeah, he would just fall slowly to this really cute squirrel thing. Anyways, folks, that was a really random battle versus Tyson. Check out his YouTube channel. He uploads Pokemon battles too. And I'm gonna say this right now. I only won probably because of Dustmore. That was an OP Pokemon. I shouldn't have brought it. Whoops. But that was still a really close, fun match. Anyways, folks, I hope you enjoyed this battle. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you did, and I'll see you folks next time.